Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. First encounter in Hong Kong with the Land-Dweller, the new model of Rolex, throwback to the late 60s, early 70s models with the integrated bracelet, and I tried on the steel versions with the white gold bezel. And first, this is the 40 millimeter, which is just about right for my 17 centimeter wrist. I thought it would wear bigger than that, but not at all. It seems well at home on my wrist, doesn't extend beyond the edge of the wrist, and wraps quite nicely. It's a good looking watch. The 36 millimeter is yeah, more reserved. I could still wear it because it's more like a cuff, more in the spirit of the Vacheron Constantin 222 perhaps. Ideally, I think 38 millimeter would suit perfectly for my wrist. The main thing I find about it is first that we've seen lots of similar designs recently from Chopard, Tissot, and every other brand. So it feels a bit like nothing new. The second thing is that the dial, I really hate the minute track around the dial in that sort of angled fashion. I feel like it looks a bit cheap. Usually Rolex doesn't do that. They print the whole minute track, and it adds more complexity to a dial which is already fairly busy with a choice of indices, some couple of numbers. Maybe they did that because the movement pushes the date inwards a little bit, and they wanted to fill the gap. I'm not quite sure. It does have the result that the main dial itself looks a bit smaller, so it makes the watch look a bit smaller on the wrist. It has a loom, the little polished bevels, and it's funny how every brand does the same little polished bevel, just like the Royal Oak. And I know that, of course, the Oyster Quartz came out in '69, so 2, 3 years before the Royal Oak. So Rolex has every right to sort of reissue, but it's not really what they do. And it's been such a long time since there was one of these watches in their catalog that it does feel like they are looking back a bit too much. But in this case, they bring with this model a brand new movement, so all is forgiven, and you can see it through the case back, which is very un-Rolex-like, of course. So interesting movement with a sort of a dual impulse, indirect escapement, a bit complicated, but I'm sure it will be very efficient. And it's good to see Rolex, of course, looking forward and always progressing with their product. It uses a lot of silicone parts that can't be fixed, so I don't know if they will make them available for watchmakers in the future, independent watchmakers, that is. Otherwise, everything has to go back to Rolex in case there's any problem with this movement, at least for the foreseeable few years. Hopefully, it's been tested really well. The power reserve is just under 70 hours, I think 66 hours, and they have a lot of new things like this ceramic element and new shock absorbers. So yeah, really, really cool with the Siloxy hairspring. But yeah, on the wrist, I really wanted to see 40 millimeter or 36. Both are okay. I think if you have a smaller wrist than mine, smaller than 17 centimeter, 36 will be fine. For me, it looks a bit too small, wearable, but a bit too small. So the 40 would be it. And of course, I would love to see a different dial color. I would love to see that angled minute track, sort of Riho, disappear and have the classic Rolex, vertical polished Riho, and and a wider dial with a different color, different motifs. I'm sure all that is in the works at Rolex. This is the first version. Should you buy the first version? Well, there's not really a question whether you can. Anyway, I asked if this was available, and obviously the answer is no. They don't even ask you if you're interested or anything. At least at Vacheron Constantin, they would take your details and are very happy to put you on the wait list, and you would get your watch. With Rolex, it's quite different. I don't know how many they're gonna make, but it will be not many arriving to this particular authorized dealer, which is, by the way, a very big shop. It's not a Rolex shop, right? It's not Rolex owned, so it's one of the Hong Kong authorized dealers, completely dedicated to Rolex. Big shop in a big shopping mall right in the center of the city of watches, Hong Kong. You would expect they would get some watches for sale, but no, there is nothing for sale. All they had was a 36 millimeter day date with a diamond bezel. So tells you everything you need to know. And yeah, I'm pretty sure when they get these land dwellers, what an unfortunate, weird name. Uh, Most likely, either it goes to their VVIPs, people who are quite famous here in Hong Kong, known families, millionaires, or it will go straight to a dealer for resale with a little envelope under the table. We know how it works. So at least, yeah, we know it exists. They've made a few, and it was cool to try it on. To be honest, I find it very expensive, almost $16,000, almost as they if they wanted to recoup quickly the investment into the new movement. Usually, they make so many watches that. They're not in such a hurry and the price a bit better the watches. I think here, yeah, I guess compared to a similar product like the Royal Oak, it is well priced, but still quite a lot compared to a Datejust, which does a similar job and at least has an adjustment in the clasp. Here, the clasp shuts more like a president bracelet. It's elegant, but there's no adjustment as a result. It seems that the bracelet fits really well on the wrist, so probably you could get the right fit without any adjustment on the fly needed. Well, there you go. Don't know what you think about it, and if you're VIP enough to get one, well, let us know in the comments how you enjoy your purchase. I think that even if they were readily available. Uh, I would prefer to wait for a nicer dial color. I quite like the white, but yeah, no, it's a bit of a so-so dial. I think most people are not really in love with it quite yet. All right, my first impressions. Thank you guys. Bye bye.